afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. Before we get into this reading, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a new live stream channel where I've moved all of my live free readings called The Done Creative Live. The link for that is in the description below. But for this pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what you can expect over the next 7 days or the week ahead. So whenever you're watching this is a timeless reading. Whenever you're watching this will pertain to your next coming 7 days starting today, whenever you're watching this. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes and take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1, piles number 2, and pile number 3. And once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also try to pin them as the top comment. Please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates and leave the rest behind. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect over the next 7 days or the week ahead. And we have here the Ace of Swords, which is what you use to select your pile, and the number 7, the beetroot with the word passion. So this is really beautiful energy. You guys are taking on a whole new project, a whole new lease on life. The Ace of Swords is one of the best cards to get if you are looking to start something new, especially involving any mode of communication or habits, anything to do with your mental processes. This is really cool. Pairing that up with passion, you guys have this drive, this desire behind whatever it is you're wanting to start. So this is like, not only are you wanting to start something new, but you have the passion, the drive, the ambition, the desire to actually make some ish happen in your life. And we have the number 7 here, which is all about that spirituality, that introspection, knowledge, inner knowledge, going within, researching. So some of you may be spending a lot of time kind of in that hermit mode as you really dive into this project or this plan or do research on what it is you're trying to accomplish this week. So let's go ahead and find out what else you can expect for the week ahead or over the next 7 days for group 1. We're going to grab 2 from this deck, I believe. Alright, so we have Not For You and Chaos and Conflict. Yes, okay, so this is really, I'm seeing the light here as to what all of this means. So your best path to follow, the best advice I can give you is just to steer clear of certain other people's energy, especially people you know are kind of on the war path or out to try to trigger you in some way. There just may be something or someone you're just trying to steer clear of, because Not For You and Chaos and Conflict, this is telling you chaos and conflict are not for you this week. You have no business getting caught up in other people's drama or allowing other people to inflict their drama on you. Your business is internal, in your own little bubble, in your world, with those you maybe live with or just those you're taking care of if you're a parent or husband or wife, if you're married or with somebody. You know, kind of letting all the chaos and conflict of the outside world, you're kind of closing that off. And here, I'm seeing this hand as like a spiritual hand, but almost like your hand as well. It's like you and spirit are working in tandem. And if at any point you wanted to just tip this board over, this chessboard, you could do so. You have the power. With that sword, it's like He-Man holding that sword out. I have the power. I don't know if you guys remember that 80s cartoon He-Man, but yes, that's how I see you this week. It's like you are in control of what comes into your awareness, into your bubble, and what stays out. The Master number 33 here, pairing up with that unconditional love of number 6, you have a lot of help from guides, from angels, from crossover loved ones that want to send you this beautiful unconditional love through your own intuition, your own thoughts, your own feelings this week to really let you know you're on the right path. And here we have this zebra that is painted over with a giraffe kind of stuff, and it's kind of crumbling off. I don't know if you guys can see that up there, but it's hard to get it to focus if I mess with things. So I just want you to know that's what's going on here. So it's almost like you're seeing through the illusion, you're cutting through the BS of other people's drama, of maybe your own belief systems, your own drama, because with that Ace of Swords, maybe you're really examining your own belief systems this week as well. But you're knowing what's not for you. That's becoming blatantly obvious with the chaos or conflict that may be going on in your life or out in the world somewhere. And you're going to be able to gauge, to flip this table, to turn this table over and start afresh, or to just let that sit. You know, you are in the driver's seat is really what I'm seeing here. All right, let's also get 2 from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Well, that's more than 2. We don't want to get that many. Not quite that many. All right, for group 2, for the week ahead or over the next 7 days, what can group 2, sorry, group 1, I don't know why I keep saying group 2. What can group 1 expect? All right, we have the Mountains card. Whoa, that's too many. One more, Spirit. Just one, please. I think it's going to be this one. High Priestess. So Mountains, stand your ground, and High Priestess, harness mystic power. Wow, I love when everything lines up, and you watched me deal it out, so you know that it's all weaving together in such a beautiful way, and I'm glad I shuffled today on camera, because when I don't, I sometimes kick myself when things just line up so perfectly. But here we have the Mountains, stand your ground. You know what's not for you. You're standing your ground. You're setting any boundaries you need to this week so you can really get introspective and harness that mystic power, that higher self. Sorry, dog hair is like my life, I swear. There's always dog hair everywhere. But you are harnessing that mystic power of your higher self, and you're channeling that with that passion, that drive, that desire you have this week into the pinnacle of what your focus is. So if you're focused on other people's drama, you're going to give that power, that beautiful power that you have coming in for you this week, this spiritual power, you're going to give that away to whatever conflict and drama and chaos you are putting your focus on. So detach yourself from the drama, the chaos, the conflict, and focus on your projects. Focus on your own spiritual path. Focus on your own limiting beliefs to overcome these things, because standing your ground, you are putting the boundaries up that are necessary for you to move forward in a much more passionate, driven way where you're detached from other people's drama. So that is what I'm seeing for you, group number 1, over the next 7 days or the week ahead. Let me know below if it resonated. I always love to hear your comments and your little stories. And thanks again, you guys, so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at The Done Creative, and also on my new live stream channel, The Done Creative Live. Link in the description. I will see you soon. Bye. All right, group number 2, or those of you who chose the Strength card, this is your reading for the next 7 days or for the week ahead. All right, and we have this beautiful Strength card. I love this so much. This is that inner strength. You pair this up with this beautiful spiritual number, 2 + 5 = 7, that very introspective spiritual number, and the term cleansing. You are going within, tapping into that inner strength, really getting in touch with your higher self. This is a very spiritual week so far for groups 1 and 2. I love this so much. So there's something going on at the time when you are watching this collectively that is a spiritual leveling up, and I love it so much. But you guys may be cleansing your own inner belief systems, your own inner closets, your demons, facing your shadow side. So it may not be the easiest week if you're having to tap into that source of inner strength. But this is something that's needed. You're clearing out, you're purging old emotions, old wounds, old traumas, old resentments, old guilts, all the old baggage. You're cleaning it out, you're clearing it out, and you're donating it away back to the universe to from whence it came. You're giving it back to the universe. And as within, so without. So some of you may be cleansing your environment. To me, lemon is a very cleansing scent, and a lot of people will use lemon juice in their natural cleaners to clean their kitchens and their bathrooms and their homes, and just really do the deep clean, deep dive. But you guys really are focused on clearing, cleaning, cleansing this week, both internal and external alike. Let's get some additional guidance from the Wisdom of the Oracle for group number 2 for the next 7 days. It's too many. Anything everything. Spirit, there we are. That's one. We'll take it. Ooh, peace. Ooh, I love this coming in with that strength card. Oh, beautiful. All right, one more spirit. Here it is. Okay, group number 1 got this as well. So this is very collective energy we're picking up here. Oh, wow. So here we have the peace card, and then we have not for you. On the peace card here, we have the number 23, which adds up to a 5. So you're making changes to your peace of mind, to your happiness, your little bubble, your humble abode. You're making changes this week that are going to be more peaceful because you're weeding out the things that are no longer serving you. I love how this all lines up. It just, I'm so glad I said this in group 1 too. Group 1 too, group 1 as well, or group 1 also. I said this, that I love when I shuffle on camera so you guys can see the magic at play, because when I don't and everything lines up, I'm like, I promise I didn't look at the cards, but I love that this is all lining up for you. You're clearing out what's no longer serving you. You are in control. I saw group number 1, this hand represented spirit and their higher self, but in this group, I'm seeing this as you. This is you in control. If at any point you wanted to tip this, what do you call it here, chessboard, you could. You could just tip it right on over and be done with it. You could turn that table, clear it off, and be ready for something new. And that's what you're doing this week. You're knowing what's no longer serving you, and you're separating your energy from it. You're cleansing yourself from other people's aura, other people's energy, your own toxic behavior or energy, or just stuff you've been carrying around, both external and internal, in your own spiritual closet or in your own actual closet. You're cleaning it out. Unconditional loving energy. You're doing it with this inner strength here in a very loving way, in a very peaceful way. I love the subtle yet strong energy of your pile 2. You guys are subtle and strong this week. You're not bulldozing in and making changes. You're doing it in a very subtle yet strong way, very unconditional loving way. Beautiful, beautiful energy. What else? Let's get 2 more cards for your next 7 days for group 2. The week ahead, the next 7 days. Oh, well, we got 2 flying right on out for you now. And what do we have here? All right, so we have the Air Guardian, shift your perception. Also, Mother Earth, or Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. That unconditional loving energy. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. But yes, you are shifting those belief systems, shifting your perception, tapping into that inner strength. You're done with some of these limiting beliefs, or certain people in your life keep telling you you are this one thing or you are this way, and you're like, I don't know that I agree with that. I don't know that I am this person you're projecting yourself onto me to be. It just doesn't resonate. It just doesn't fit. And it's not that you have to call these people out and tell them. You can just, quietly disagree, or just, nod and smile, but then agree for your own self. Like, this is what I see. You're not engaging in major conflicts. This is a very peaceful energy. She's got her eyes closed. She is just soaking it in, taking it in, being very present. Being in the present moment is where you're going to have the most power to tap into your inner strength and do this cleansing, do this clearing you want, and also as a way to shift your perception. If you are focused on the past, if you're projecting yourself into the future, you're not going to be in charge of your perception as much as if you are in the very present moment. And she looks to me to be very present. She is present and accounted for in the now moment right here, Miss Earth Mother. And here she is pregnant. She is abundant. She is ripe with new, beautiful opportunities. You pair that up with that number 5. These are new opportunities that are going to shift your perception, shift your energy, shift your life into a more peaceful state, especially if things have just been really crazy in your life, or you've had a lot of negativity, or a lot of just old emotions and wounds open back up in your life. You're clearing through it. You're healing through it this week, and you're on to something where some of you are really setting up or really getting and gaining progress in your spiritual practice this week with this peace card. This might have to do with your if I could talk, your meditation, your spiritual practice, just your presence, being very present in the now moment, your mindfulness. This is a very subtle energy, like I said, but it's very powerful at the same time. So I hope this resonated for you, group number 2. You'll have to let me know below what you thought. I always love to hear your comments and your little stories. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also on my new live stream channel, the Done Creative Live, where I do free readings. Link for that is in the description. Thanks again so much, you guys, and I will see you later. Bye! Alright, group number 3, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect over the next week or the next 7 days. So it'll lay flat for me here. All right. So we have the Fool card pairing up with duality with the banana, the number 27, which adds up to a 9. You are at the end of a cycle with this Fool energy. It's almost like clean slate energy. You guys have really done some healing, done some work, moved on from something that was not serving your highest good, maybe this past week before you're watching this, or maybe even just a few months leading up to the point of you're watching this. You have really done some spiritual cleansing, some healing, maybe some physical healing as well, cleaning out what's no longer serving you. And group 2 is actually doing a bunch of that this week, it sounds like. So if you did select group 2 and 3, there may be messages or things you're still kind of cleansing this week. But I think for the most part, you guys have really cleaned that slate. You're ready to take a leap of faith in a new, beautiful, positive direction. But with this duality, this is just showing you kind of in that Gemini vibe. And I also get a Gemini vibe anytime I pull a Fool card. So you may yourself be a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have prominent placements within Gemini, or wherever the house of Gemini is in your chart is going to be a focus where you really are expanding your horizon and really taking a leap of faith in a new direction, or you're really focusing in on it. But with the duality, it's almost like you're trying to balance this duality out. You're maybe kind of seeing things more open-minded rather than being very opinionated or stuck in your way. You're very open-minded about it. It's like you're that counterpoint between the two sides of duality, or, you're like the edge of the coin rather than one side or the other this week, which will actually play out to where you can help other people in your life as kind of that mediator, and even Libra energy. So Gemini and Libra are kind of the two signs that are popping in. If you don't have anything in those houses in your chart, just wherever Gemini and Libra are in your chart may be really important places for your focus to be this week or over the next 7 days. All right, for group 3, what can group 3 expect? I think that's one of them. Expect over the next 7 days. Regeneration, pop it in with a number 46, which adds up to a 10, which is the end of one cycle going into another, which is exactly what we were talking about. The 9 here is the end of a cycle. The 0 is that new beginning, or about to start that new beginning, maybe just the planning for that new beginning. But the 10 is at the end of one cycle, about to start another as well. So there is this closing of one chapter and starting of another here, because you guys are regeneration with this regeneration card. You are regenerating into something new and more balanced, but yet very exciting, because you guys are questioning things here this week. With the number 31 here, you're asking why. Why did I go through all this stuff? Why am I at the place I'm at now? Why am I not as far as I want to be? All the questions you want to ask yourself. This might be a really good time to get introspective and ask those questions, and then try to journal out the answer by going into meditation or talking to your higher self or doing some sort of automatic writing. We do have a book here. She is about to grab that book before it flies right on away. And how close she is, how she's almost touching it, I have a feeling she's going to be able to grab that before it leaves. And she's also standing on what appears to be a foundation. And number 4, 3 plus 1 is 4, the number 4 talks about building a solid and stable new foundation for something you're hoping to build over time. So you may be at the starting gate, with all this brand new energy here in the Fool. You're at the starting gate of maybe even a new project. Those of you who are writers, maybe you're looking to start writing a writing project, or some sort of creative wanting to start a new project. This feels like the week you can really do that. But with the regeneration, you are tapping into your innermost self to really figure out, where am I going next? What's next? Where have I been? Where am I now? Where do I want to go? Life review vibes, am I right? All right, let's get a little bit more guidance for group number 3 for the next 7 days. The energy of the next 7 days. We got 1, We've got Trader here. Exchange energy to create abundance. All right, one more. And Fire Guardian. Beautiful. All right, so Fire Guardian says ignite your passions. And this is that Fool energy. It's like you're about to step into that Magician. That's what I see between the two of these here. Exchange energy to create abundance. That might have to do with that duality. Your, thoughts and beliefs on something versus someone else's. Talking with other people, exchanging energy with other people. But the word create is really standing out to me here, and I felt this very creative energy here as well. There's a lot of orange here. There's a lot of orange here and here. This is very sacral chakra energy, also going down into the solar, or up into the solar plexus with the yellows that I'm seeing as well, and down into the root. So you really are grounding ideas into reality. You may not be getting a lot of epiphanies outside of what journaling you're doing in that introspection, but you are actually starting to make that foundation and starting to take action on something that you have been really ruminating about or wanting to start over on, because this is a regeneration, about to start over on something here. But you may bounce your ideas off of others, or maybe someone else is giving you an idea, or you're getting a downloaded, divinely guided inspiration or idea to hit the ground running with your new beginning here. But you really are taking that time to ground this divinely guided idea, or whatever ideas you have. You are taking the time to actually put roots to them this week. So I hope that resonated for you, group number 3. I always love to hear from you guys and love to read your comments and hear your stories. So you'll have to let me know below what you thought and if it resonated. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative, and also on my new live stream channel, the Done Creative Live. Link for that is in the description box below, where I do free readings 3 days a week. All right, you guys, I will see you later. Bye.